Hi, my name is Courtney. I go by Authentic Courtney on social media. Some people know me as Kate Lane. That is I guess, an alias that I used to have. I used to be a sex worker. About 2 years ago, I started working on myself and started to go to therapy, talk therapy, and then I had EMDR, and that helped me tremendously. I also did a lot of psilocybin, and in the process, I think when I was doing all of that shadow work, I had a spontaneous, or what I thought at the time, spontaneous Kundalini Awakening. So I'm on social media. Obviously, I'm no longer that person that I used to be, but I'm telling my story of how I'm transitioning, and I'm kind of in the middle of it because my awakening was very spontaneous and very rough, and it's only been not even 2 years. So basically, I have recorded my life over the past 2 years, and I'm trying to get that together and put those videos out. But I have a tremendous backlog of videos. I think that what I'm going to be doing with my archive is going to be very beneficial for people who are experiencing Kundalini Awakening or becoming suddenly spiritual, because I was not spiritual at all, and there's been a lot of growth in the past 2 years, and it's been crazy. Eventually, I would really like to get into spirit release therapy. It's something that I have been thinking about a lot, and I have a lot of conversations with my therapist about that I'll eventually put on my YouTube channel. I felt that I had some entities for quite a while, and I met Daisy May in a group that we were both in, and I was able to get a reading with her. I guess it's a reading, a hypnosis, a session. I got a session with Daisy May, and I apologize, Daisy May. I should have gotten you this review earlier, but I'm glad that I didn't get it to you earlier because it's been close to 3 months now. I thought it was 2. It's been close to 3 months, and I've had a lot of changes since my session with Daisy May. So one of the things that I thought was really interesting was, since I've had my awakening, I faced a lot of like my major trauma pretty early, and I felt like I had pretty much faced everything that had hurt me or bothered me or was keeping me back. But one of the things that was keeping me back was I equated money with evil. And I mentioned that to Daisy May, and she said, whoa, whoa, whoa. She said, I think you put a spell on yourself. And actually, I think she was right. I have been working on, from Daisy May's encouragement and from my session with her, to release that kind of spell on myself. So I'm not exactly where I want to be with that just yet, but she opened the gates for that and set me in motion to work on that. So I have been, and I think I'm getting there. Okay, so that's kind of my accomplishments. So I don't know how to explain this. So when you go through this, looks like sorry. So when you go through this experience, Daisy May spends a lot of time and asks a lot of questions, and then you take a little break, and then she, I believe, has maybe a hypnosis written directly for you, which is pretty cool. I think that's what she does in that magical time away from you. I was very easily to go under hypnosis. I knew that I would be, I'm a fan of hypnosis. And what happened was very surprising. So at the beginning of my journey, I did a lot of mushrooms. And I was kind of briefing Daisy May on that. And she said, did you protect yourself before you did these trips? And I said, protect myself? No. She explained to me how important it is to protect yourself spiritually before you do a mushroom trip. And then proceeded to channel a demon that I believe I remember when it was trying to attach. I specifically remember this. And anyway, it was just a really intense experience. And I channeled that entity, and it said it was really hard to get to me. And I remember when it was getting to me, I had like a series of it was very strange in my abdomen area at this time that I was doing all of these mushrooms. I had like a cramp that just kind of kept my stomach would kind of suck in, and it was continuous for weeks. I thought it was my Kundalini energy, but now I think it was that entity, because that flashed to me during my hypnosis session. Also, I had an earthbound spirit, I believe, and I knew who that was, and I had held that man's hand the weekend before he died, and that really tripped me out. Anyway, what was ironic was that person that the earthbound spirit let me start this over. So what I found fascinating was one of the reasons before I ever met Daisy May, probably months before when I first started rabbit holing entities and attachments and things like that, was that I started eating a lot of sugar. I would get out of bed and go out and eat sugar. I was telling Daisy May about that. So she found this spirit attached to me that was a person that I knew that had passed away, like an acquaintance, nobody I knew very well, but every time I saw him at the place that I worked, I would be very kind to him and make a point to talk to him. And they told me in my session that the reason he attached to me was because I was very kind to him. I am definitely a fan of Daisy May. It was such a great experience. I have really taken it to heart what she said about how I put a spell on myself, and I've really tried to work on that on my own. It was her prompting that started that for me, and her identifying that, and I believe that this session put that into perspective. I had ate sugar, gotten out of bed and ate sugar for years, and since I've had my session with Daisy May, I've not done that, not once. And what I find ironic about it is that acquaintance that was attached to me died of complications of diabetes. So it just occurs to me that like I was eating a lot of sugar, and I had him as an attachment. I would definitely recommend this experience with Daisy May. It was super cool, very interesting if you've never done it before. I immediately quit eating sugar. I've been working on my issues with money. She helped me with that. And yeah, I was able to get rid of some entities and attachments that were weighing me down. I felt a lot better after it, and it was overall a really cool and unique experience. And I'm really grateful that Daisy May helped me. So I hope she can help you too.
If those the clenching in the stomach could speak, what would they want to say?
We got you.
And who are they? Who is the we?
I don't know.
In three, two, one. I would like to speak to that energy that created the clenching of stomach on this one on the bed on March 2022, please. May I speak to you? You mentioned you
Yeah.
got, yeah, thank you for speaking to us. You mentioned that you got her now. What do you mean by that?
Like it was a fight. She fought it.
She fought it? What do you mean?
It took me a long time to attach. That's
Hmm,
why there was so much jerking
I see. And why did you need to attach to her?
to keep her down.
Why is that? What is the purpose of keeping her down? What does it do for you?
That's my job.
That's your job. And what job is that? Like what does it serve you when you complete your job?
Subscribe so you don't miss what else I said. Contact Daisy May at Oversoul Vibration to schedule services with her. This video is not a paid promotion or endorsement. I just think she's awesome and can help you.